begin our lesson for this day, first I will discuss what is the parts of the lesson plan. So there are 5 parts in detailed and semi-detailed lesson plan. So we have the objectives, the subject matter, the procedure, evaluation, and lastly, the assignment. So when we talk about the objectives, it is the statement of purpose for the whole lesson. So when we are writing the objective, it should be SMART. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bounded. And about the subject matter, it is a specific topic, includes sources of information. And also in subject matter, we have the topic, the references, and the materials that we use in our lesson plan. And third, the evaluation, the procedure. The third is the procedure, which is, it is the body of the lesson plan. So in procedure, we have the preparatory activities, which is the drill and review, the developmental activities where we can find the motivation and the lesson proper. And the fourth is evaluation. So in evaluation, it is the type of assessment that we will determine the learning of the students. So in evaluation, we can use the formative test, which is the quizzes and SIP works, so that we can determine the strengths and weaknesses or the learning of the student during and after the discussion. So lastly, the assignment includes the questions, exercises, and set of practice specified by the teacher. So in our lesson for this day, the content standard is the learner demonstrate understanding of key concepts of measure of central tendency. The performance standard includes the learner is able to compute accurately the measure of central tendency. The learning competency, the learning illustrates and solves problems involving measure of central tendency. Now I will read the objectives of this lesson. At the end of the 1-hour session, students will be able to do the following tasks. First, determine the measure of central tendency, which is the mean, median, and the mode. Second, illustrate the mean, median, and the mode of statistical data. Third, calculate the measures of central tendency and group data. And fourth, actively participate in this class. So that will be the first or objective of our lesson.
This time, I will present to you the different procedures in our lesson plan. So it is include preliminary activities and motivation.
Let us pray. Amen. Good morning, class. Okay, good morning. So first, I will check your attendance, and if you are present, say present. Miss Cabra, Mr. Pajares, Miss Patrimonio, Mr. Estacion. Okay, very good. So this day, I will present to you our topic. So our topic is all about the measures of central tendency for and group data. So before we start to discuss our topic, so first I will present to you the game. So it is a warm up for your brain. So the game, it is called 4 Picks 1 Word. It is a word guessing game. So I know most all of you know how to play this game. So I will going to do is to give you 4 pictures, and then you need to identify and guess what specific words fits with the theme of the photos presented. So the first one to answer will be given points. So it is our first picture.
Very good, Miss Cabra. The answer is support. Next picture. Very good, Mr. Estacion. So the answer is pattern. The last picture. Very good, Miss Patrimonio. The answer is source. It's the end of our motivation. Thank you.
Of the ungrouped data. So first, let's the measures of central tendency. So measures of central tendency, it helps you find the middle or the average of a data set. The three most common measures of central tendency are: first is the mean, second is the median, and the mode. So first, find out what is the meaning of the mean. So mean, or commonly called the average, of a set of n numbers is the sum of all numbers divided by n. So for short, mean is getting the average of the scores. So the formula of getting the mean is bar x is equals to summation of x all over n, where the bar x is equals to mean, the x is equals to scores, summation of x is the sum of the scores, and n is the frequency. For example, the following are the scores of Raymond in his quizzes. So his scores are 25, 30, 28, 32, 29, 35, 40, and 42. So find the mean. How do we get the mean? So let's use the formula of getting the mean. So the formula is mean is equals to summation of x all over n. So then substitute the numbers. Mean is equals to 25. Substitute scores and add all of the scores. 25 plus 30 plus 28 plus 32 plus 29 plus 35 plus 40 plus 42 all over 8. So in total of 32.625. So our mean is 32.625. Weighted mean. The weighted mean is a type of mean that is calculated by multiplying the weight or probability associated with a particular event or outcome with its associated quantitative outcome, and then summing all the products together. So in short, to get the weighted mean, we simply get all of the computed means in a certain group, then add it together, then find their means, or divide it, or getting the average of the means. So here are the formula of getting the weighted mean. So summation of x is equals mean bar x is equals to summation of fx all over n, where bar x is equals to mean, x is equals to scores, f is the frequency, summation of fx is the sum of the product of frequency and score, then n is the total frequency. Example, the following is a list of the weekly savings of the 10 students. So we have here a table and a data of 10 students and their weekly savings. So the students are Abel, Brenda, Carlos, Donna, Edwin, Fred, Gina, Hans, Izzy, and Jacob. So their weekly savings, Abel got 60 weekly savings, Brenda got 50 weekly savings, Carlos got 40, Donna got 50, Edwin got 70, Fred and Gina got 50, Hans got 80, Izzy and Jacob got 70. So their weighted mean. So solution. First, we must make a table and arrange them according to the numbers of their weekly savings. So why is it that we put it here, weekly savings 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? Because from the given data, we have 40 is the lowest number, then 80 is the highest number. So we have here 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Number of students, F. So we have here 40. We have one number of students. Why? Because according to our data, Carlos is the only student who got 40 weekly savings. It is 50. You have 4 because Brenda, Donna, Fred, and Gina got 50 weekly savings. And number of students, 60 weekly savings, got 1 number of students. We have here Abel. Only Abel got the number of student who got weekly savings of 60. Then weekly savings of 70. We have here Edwin, Easy, and Jacob. Then 80 weekly savings. We have here one student. Only Hans got a weekly savings of 80. So all in all, we have 10 students, or n is equals to 10. Then fx, how do we get fx? So we simply multiply the number of weekly savings, or the amount of weekly savings from the to the number of students. So 40 multiplied by 1 is equals to 40. Next, 50 multiplied by 1 is 60. 70 multiplied by 3 is 210. 80 multiplied by 1 is 80. So we have to sum all of this. So summation of fx is equals to 190. So substitute the formula. Summation of mean is equals to summation of fx all over n. So we have here summation of fx is 590 all over n. N is equals to 10. 590 is equal all over 10 is equals to 50. In week savings for students is the median. Median is the middle number in an ordered data set. It is either arranged in ascending or descending order. So median scores if the total frequency is odd. So for example here, we have data of 25, 30, 28, 32, 29, 35, 40, 42, and 45. So first, we have to arrange the scores from lowest to highest. So we have here 5, 8, 9, 32, 35, 40, 42, and 45. So the middle score, which is 32, is what we call our median for the ungrouped data. Why? Because 32 is in the middle. Our scores when we change it from the lowest to highest. Scores, the total frequency is even. For example here, 5, 30, 29, 35, 40, and 42. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 data. Change the scores from the lowest to highest. 25, 29, 30, 32, 35, 40, and 42. And we notice that we have two numbers in the middle. So in order to get the median score of this data, we have to add the scores, divide it into 2 to get the scores of the ungrouped data. So the formula is 1 is equals to x sub 1 plus x sub 2, which is x sub 1 is the first at the middle, then 30 plus 32 is equals to 60. Here, our median of the even is 30. Is the mode. Mode is the number that appears most often in a collection of data. So mode is the most number that appears in a collection of data. So here is the example. We have here 60, 50, 40, 50, 70, 50, 50, 80, 70, and 70. So our mode is 50. Why? Because we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 the same number, or most numbers. Kinds of mode. Unimodal. Unimodal is on just like from our example we have here. It's what you call unimodal. It's only one numbers, same numbers that appears. Multimodal, it has two modes. Multimodal, more than. All for today, class, and thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Marianne V. Cabra. I will discuss the part of the lesson plan which is application. Application means it is the part of the lesson is where the rubber meets the roads, and it is also essential to effective language teaching. So, we notice that in the lesson plan, in application, we mostly use games or another activity that the students will be motivated. And so in our topic, the measures of central tendency, we use games, and our game is team game tournament. So we divided the students into 4 groups, and we challenge each group to solve the measures of central tendency. So our direction is, out of the small cards, insert it to its equivalent answers in the box. Only one person at a time will get a card and insert it in the box. And especially we have a rubrics. So our rubrics is, first to finish the tournament, the group will get 5 points, and the second will get 4 points. The third is will get 3 points, and the fourth is will get 2 points. And most especially to the group who get the correct answer will be add more 3 points, and to the group that did not get the correct answer will have only 1 point. So in application, it is important to the lesson plan. It's because it will give students knowledge, learning, and also they will be motivated to the lesson that the teacher will be discussed. And that's all. Thank you.
Good evening, class. Since we have already discussed with our topic yesterday with regards to central tendency, I believe we have comprehended of what I have been discussing. So any questions or clarification from the group? Okay, so no more question? So kindly get 1/2 sheet of paper for today's activity. This activity will take 10 minutes. Finish or unfinished, you may pass your paper. Beyond a given certain time will no longer accepted. This activity takes time constraint. You have to think and work quickly. In the data given, find the mean, median, and mode. In number 1, we have 13, 11, 10, 12, 14, 9, 11, 8, and 11. For number 2, we have 10, 7, 10, 9, 10, and 9. Your time start now. Okay, time's up. In the count of 10, you may pass your paper in the front. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all set. So class, for your assignment, look for a topic. Let's say for instance, last birth month, favorite sports, sizes of shoes, and after that, tally their answers and find the mean, median, and mode. Dito lang sa loob ng klase natin. Yung kaklase nyo lang yung respondent. Is that understood, class? Okay. Class dismissed.